Hey guys, Ed over here at FICM Repair. Happy Saturday to you. So IDK writes in a comment to another video. He says, hey, I got a good scanner on my truck and I noticed that it's dropping into the 30s. And his question goes on to say, can I fix it myself? You know, I'm going to tell you, maybe. And it's not worth it. I mean, it's going to sound incredibly self-centered and self-supporting, and it is, but it helps you too, which is the much more important thing to me. If you've watched my content for any time at all, you know that I just care about you guys. I'll spend just as much time trying to talk you out of stuff as talk you into stuff. So, you know, are there guides online for how to repair a FICM? Yes. Are they accurate? They tell about 5% of the story. We've been doing this for 15 years, guys. To our knowledge, only us and Ford Motor Company know how to work on the logic side, and easily. So there's a clamshell design. You open them up, and there's a amplifier side, a power board, and then there's a logic board, the full case of the full length of the unit, and that makes the decisions. Easily 9 out of 10 FICMs anymore that come in for repair have issues with the logic side, regardless of symptom. They have issues with the logic side. Some of them have only logic side issues, but if there's a power board problem, there's almost certainly a logic board problem that couples with that. And so there's guys that work on the power side rather, or they just change out a power board and they're like, oh, see, haha, you know, that worked just fine for me. And, you know, and there are plenty of stories like that, right? Where someone says, I put a power board in, it's been 3 years and I haven't had a problem. You know, maybe you caught it early enough. That's a possibility, but it's just not likely anymore. As this technology continues to age, there's a mean time between failure on these components. And so there's something to be said for starting over. And that is what our repair is going to do for you. Even our basic repair, you know, it finds out what's wrong, it fixes it, it finds the cause of what's wrong, it fixes that, and you move on. Now, our Ultra service doesn't stop there. It goes ahead and it proactively looks at like the 12 different ways that these modules fail and refreshes the circuitry on all those ways. So dies while driving, lost communication with FICM, you know, the UL105 code, only dies hot. Low voltage when cold, but then it gets better when it gets hot. Circuit low codes on an injector, on a bank of injectors, on 1, 4, 6, and 7, or whatever it is. Circuit high code, same exact conversation. So our repair process goes through all of that stuff. And, you know, we continue to get better at what we do as we continue to learn more and more and more about these. As I don't even know how many thousands of these we've done, but it's more than a couple. So if you want to go ahead and try it, I mean, that's certainly how FICM Repair got started 15 years ago. My FICM died in my beloved Excursion, right? And I certainly wasn't going to give Ford $1,200 to, you know, back in the day. $1,200 was a lot of money. I mean, even today it's a lot of money. But that's how much Ford wanted back then, plus the tow bill to get my Excursion back up and running. And I said, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? You know, I can go ahead and I can fix it and fail and pay the $1,200. So I gave it a whirl, and I had some success. But you know, we've been doing this for a very long time. And after a while, you kind of get good at it. And if you've been, you know, hopefully if you've got 20 years of experience, you don't have 1 year of experience repeated 20 times. You've gone ahead and you've gotten better at what you've done over time, tweaked your process, become a subject matter expert in whatever it is that your field is. If you're an electrician, man, I hope you're the best electrician out there, right? Or, you know, a sheetrocker or a plumber or a carpenter or an architect or whatever you happen to be. You know, even doctors practice medicine, right? Just saying. And so this is what we do every day. We try to get better at what we do. So, you know, if money is super tight and you want to give it a whirl, you know, by all means, man, have at it. We'll be here for you. You know, if you want to not have problems in life and you want to get a unit that just works, you know, get one on exchange from us or send yours in, whatever the case is, and we'll take good care of you, okay? Excellent question. I appreciate you. Recognize, though, if you're having FICM problems, they're caused by environment, not by time. There's not a single component in here that's rated for less than the equivalent of like 1 million miles. So if you only got, you know, a couple 100,000 miles on your rig and you're having a FICM problem, environment killed it. If you slept last night on the couch, what stupid thing did you say to your wife, right? These things, they're causal. And so, you know, bad batteries, weak alternators, bad ground, somebody cranking the living bejesus out of it, this is what causes FICMs to fail. So if you don't want to have problems, Let's fix your FICM problem, perfect, but then let's figure out what happened to cause you to have the problem, and that way you can stop having more, okay? So I appreciate you, FICMRepair.com. We're all in this together. Keep the questions coming, guys. Thank you. Oh, little side note. Talking to a guy today, he said, I didn't know you rep for whoever it was. We rep for everybody. So we don't have a dog in the hunt. So if you want whatever you need alternators, you need starters, you need injectors, you need turbos, you need tuning, you need intake manifolds, whatever it is, water pumps. We've got you covered. So whatever you need, hop on FICMRepair.com and we'll hook you up. Okay? Thanks very much. Appreciate you. Take care.